What's up, everybody? It's the after show, but later. It's your boy D, joined as always by El Kukui, and we have episode number 85 for you today. Today I forgot my notes, so we're going completely off of memory. What do I remember for this week? What stood out this week? Well, we'll find out today. El Kukui, you ready to get Baseline Trey up in this motherfucker?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Baseline Trey, let's go home.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
After show, but later, episode number 85. It's your boys D and El Kukui. And yeah, man, we have a lot planned for you this week. There was all kinds of shit from Covino storming out, slamming the door, shaking all the cameras, knocking down all the equipment. Doug, one of the things I thought was funny as fuck on the free Twitch Friday was, did you hear the story about Tommy?
No.
And all right, so you know Tommy is an appraiser, right?
Yes.
So
My pops was an appraiser.
What happened?
My pops was an appraiser.
Oh, really? Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
My girl actually did like a lot of training for that shit, and she was doing that for a while. So it's something cool. It's something that you can make a lot of money in very quickly.
Hella quick, especially if you can work those computer programs.
But so Tommy is a fucking appraiser. He does it with, I think,
Tommy,
J-Rock.
hey, yo, Tommy.
I think
late? Why you late, Tommy, at the airport?
I think Tommy does it with J-Rock and maybe one of Covino's homies. I think Gus, maybe. But anyway,
okay.
So Tommy's been fucking doing this shit. Well, Tommy had his first this week. Had his first sense of racism because
against him, or he had it against somebody else?
Against him, because so it wasn't like all crazy, right? But what happened was Covino said that Tommy hit him up, and he was like, "People are racist, yo." And then Covino was like, why? What's going on, or whatever? And I guess Tommy said that people, when he got there to like appraise the house or whatever, the lady had like told her husband, she was like, "Oh, babe," she's like, "the gardener's here."
Oh shit.
And she didn't mean it like fucked up, but I guess she really thought he was the gardener.
Told that bitch I made mad ducats, yo.
Exactly. She don't fucking watch out. I'll fucking never mind. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. What you said. The ducats, right? But yeah, so he goes, I guess he told Covino, he's like, "Bro," he's like, "now I know how you feel," because that shit always happens to Covino, you know?
Yeah.
And,
for sure, bro.
I was telling you this week, because then they went into a talk of I think it was actually earlier in the week where they had a conversation about like race and ethnicity and shit. And it was funny because I told you, I think I told you earlier this week that I had one of my work studies. She told me, like when I first met her, I had told her like, "Oh yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish. You know, I know a few things here and there." Well, the other day she was in my coworker's office.
You know, Welly Pedro?
Oh yeah, that's another good one, huh?
The stinky fart.
So so my work study was in my coworker's office, and then I had gone in there, and my coworker was talking to me in Spanish like for most of the conversation. So I came back to my office and I sat at my desk, and then my work study came in here, and she was like, "Hey, I thought you didn't know Spanish," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't."
That's what you know what you tell her when she says that?
Huh?
You tell her, "Te meto y no saco."
What? Something about going in and taking it out?
Not leaving it.
Oh, no saco.
No saco.
No sacas, right?
Okay, whatever. She would have got the point.
Close enough. Yeah. I'll say that, and then my ass will be in HR.
Oh shit.
So, but she was like, "Oh, I thought you'd know Spanish." I was like, "I don't," you know, like, and she was like, "Oh," and she told me, she was like, "I try like so hard when I'm talking to you to not bust out like my Spanglish." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. I understand Spanglish, like whatever, you know." And because she thought I didn't understand like anything she would tell me, and that it just made me laugh, because I think Covino mentioned like there's just some people like myself that get asked all the time, like, "What are you?" That's their question, and
right.
And I'm like, "What am I? I'm a fucking human being. What are you? You know?"
Right.
What are you?
Absolutely.
You know, what are you?
I'm an earthling.
Yeah, I'm a human. I'm an American. You know?
I'm a member of Planet Earth.
No. Oh, so
I used to, you know what, crazy enough though, bro, you know, it's probably not known, but I used to have to deal with that because I was the only white dude in the fucking hanging out with the fucking vatos, bro. And so you know how many times I got called a wood or a cracker or my nickname was Gaba, short for Gabacho. That was my fucking nickname growing up.
Oh, you know what, Doug?
I've had that name since I was 14, bro.
I'm over here talking shit, and I've done the same thing to you. I'm like, oh shit, you're Italiano? My bad, dog. I thought you were Mexican.
I just cried a little bit after, and it went away.
Yeah, no, and I'm over here talking shit, and I did it to you too. But no, what do you call it? There's it's just funny because I think people like the Rich Davises of the world, or even the Spots of the world,
never went through no shit like that.
They're not, Doug. I've been getting that my whole fucking life, like. And,
but you know what though? They kind of did go through it though. You know why? Because they were nerds.
Oh yeah. So what are you? Are you?
They were
jock?
Nerds.
Are you a jock? Are you a nerd?
You're not cool enough to come over here. Matter of fact, you ain't even cool enough to go over there. So why don't you go hang out with your little nerd buddies over there in the corner and be nerds together, fuckers? That's what they had to go through.
That is like the greatest fucking point you've like ever made.
What do you mean?
Because think about it. Because Rich has said that he was like he was like the king of the dorks. You know, I don't think he said it that way, but that's how I've always interpreted it.
Dorky Davis.
You know, like he was like a dork, but you know, like he like had like cute girlfriends or whatever, and he was like he played sports, right? So according to like all the jocks, he was like a fucking dork, you know. But according to like the nerds, he was like the fucking coolest nerd, you know. Like if I could just,
you know
be
what,
like
bro?
Rich Davis.
I had a boss. I'll tell you this. I got an analogy just for that. I had a boss one time. He was a supervisor, and he was like, smart dude, great leader. And he said, check it out. If you hang out with dipshits, you might be the head dipshit of the crew, but you're still a dipshit. Surround yourself with good people. The more successful people you surround yourself with, the more successful you're going to be.
Guilty by association, right?
Yeah, I know some dipshits.
Yeah, I know plenty of dipshits. I know so many dipshits that I work for a college, and it's I know. Okay, so check this out. Let me give you an example. I think that people know that I'm a little more hood than a lot of people that work here, and I'm not even saying I'm like fucking hood, right? But I mean, compared to like my colleagues and shit, I grew up a little more ghetto than them. Well, it's funny because there's a dude that I've been working with that just got out of prison, right? And honestly, he's kind of become kind of a homie, right? Because I've been working with him so much. And
does he listen to the show?
You know what? He doesn't, but I'll tell him. All right. It's funny though because when I told him, I was like, hey, it just so happened that I was up front, and I'm never up front. I'm always in the back in my office. So it just happened that I was up front when he walked up, and I helped him out, right? And so he told me, he's like, hey, bro, he's like, I just got out of prison, this and this, you know, A, B, and C, and D, whatever. And I was like, cool. So after, you know, I talked to him for like a couple of weeks, I was like, hey, I go, were we like the first office that you stopped at? And he was like, no, bro. He was like, actually, I stopped with financial aid. He was like, and they told me to go talk to Daniel.
Oh, shit.
So, Doug, so it's fucking funny because I've gone like above and beyond for this dude, and he's trying to do his shit right, you know. But it turns out we have like a lot of the same friends in common and shit, you know. And he just got out of he just did 5 years in prison, and so it's funny because I just feel like I have kind of maybe a little reputation where people are like, oh, you want to talk? I mean, if you're a little hood and you want somebody from the hood to help you out, well, go see fucking Daniel. You know, he's over there. so yeah, man. I mean, it's cool. I mean,
he'll even buy your unused EBT at 40 cents on the dollar.
Your unused what?
EBT.
Oh, your EBT. 40 cents. Doug, you know what is so fucking funny? There was an episode one time of it was called Judge Alex. You know how they have like Judge Judy and all this stupid shit.
Yeah.
Well, Judge Alex, I think it was a white guy, but he might have been like Puerto Rican or something. I don't fucking know. He was one of those that probably gets asked, "What are you?" Right?
Oh, shit.
So this dude, it was fucking funny because there was these black chicks, right? There was and I know people are like, why do you have to say black chicks? Because they fucking were, and I'm telling you the story. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So they were fucking. There's these two black chicks. One of them was this fat lady, this fat black lady, and they were on Judge Alex. Just gonna fucking receive calls in the middle of our show or what, dog?
Nah, bro. Hey, that's what happens when I got it connected to the pod track on my Bluetooth. That was my calendar reminder.
It's like, hey.
Oh, speaking of that interruption, you know what? Shout out Shannon.
Shout out Shannon. Oh yeah.
Don't pee in people's pools.
Oh, there we go, dog. You did that shit like with no problem today.
Back to our scheduled programming.
We got some of the kinks worked out right there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so get this shit. So I'm watching Judge Alex, right? And then fucking
I like Faith Jenkins. I'm just saying.
You like who?
Judge Faith Jenkins.
Is she real?
Yeah.
For real? What does she do?
Yeah, Judge Faith Jenkins.
Does she do? Is that the name of the show, or does she do like divorce?
No, it's
court?
Divorce Court.
It is Divorce Court.
Yeah.
How did I know? How did I?
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
Look, so these chicks had this conversation about like one was suing the other for like a car or whatever, right? Doug, tell me this is the most hood shit you ever saw. So she comes in here and she's like, I sold this bitch my car and she hasn't paid me and all this shit, right? Well, you know what her
that ain't a sale. That means you loan that shit to her. She ain't paid you. A sale, one person gets the car, the other person gets compensated with money. That ain't a sale if she ain't paid you.
Doug,
you got jacked.
So get this shit. So her fucking form of payment was her EBT card. Like,
really?
And not no cash benefits. It was like, hey, I'm gonna allow you to use like $200-$300 or whatever. Like basically she sold the car in payments, right? The payments were gonna be paid in fucking food stamps.
Oh, that's dope.
And so
I respect the hustle.
So you know what?
On both sides.
So get this. So Judge Alex was like, all right, I think Judge Alex respected the hustle as well, right? But he was like, as a judge, right, especially on national TV, he was
right,
like,
yeah, you can't do that.
He is like, you know that's illegal, right? And they were like, yeah.
What?
But yeah, they're like, yeah, it's illegal, but we made a deal, and they were supposed to pay me in fucking food stamps, and they never, they fucking let me buy groceries like one time, and then after that, they fucking like would not give me their card, that's when they were supposed to or whatever.
And you wanted to go on the court to tell the world?
Yeah.
What the fuck are people thinking, dude?
Oh my goodness, I know, dog. That is probably one of there's two things that stand out for me from Judge TV shows, or three things. There's one time, my friend John, shout out to John McCormick, my fucking homie for years now. He said, he had told me, he was like, dude, he's like, I fucking love Judge Judy. He's like, cause she always says that shit's baloney. And the way he said it, Doug, where she says like, that's baloney, sir. I was like, oh fuck. After that, I would watch Judge Judy, and I was like, oh, this bitch really does say baloney for a lot of shit,
I just call her fucking Judge Moody, because that bitch is always in a bad mood, bro. She's always pissed
Doug,
off.
I love
her husband. He must hate that marriage.
I hated Judge Judy for years, right? And then I don't know why I got into like these judge shows. I would watch like Judge Alex, Judge Joe Brown, all that shit. I became like a 45-year-old housewife, right? At one point. And I was watching all these judge shows, and I remember one of the things that Judge Judy said, and I was like, oh, it was one of those El Cucuy drop the mic moments where somebody couldn't remember something, and she was like, you don't have to have a good memory if you tell the truth, because they were lying up their ass the whole episode. And I was like, oh,
no, that's the truth, bro.
I was like, that is some fucking G shit. I was like, you don't have to have a good memory if you fucking tell the truth, right? Because if you're fucking fabricating stories, you have to remember, oh fuck, what did I tell this motherfucker last time? Oh shit, what did I, oh fuck, did I tell him this, or did I tell my other homie this, or did I tell this chick that? Or
you know what's even worse than that? That's all true, and I totally agree. How about when, I don't know if you ever do this, but when someone's lying to me and I know it, I just look at them like they're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. And I don't even always tell them I know they're lying. I just look at them like, you're the dumbest motherfucker. You think you're being slicker than worm sperm. And I know you're full of shit. because you've already contradicted yourself. So I just kind of keep that to myself. But it's like, unless they push it, then I'll just tell them to fuck off and they're full of shit. But
you know what you do
I
at
don't
that
ever
point?
want to be that dude, though. I don't ever want to be telling you a story that you know is false. Like, I don't know, man.
Doug, you know what we fucking call, you know what you do at that point? We do something that we call the Johnny Ramone. And I don't know if I've ever told you about this, but I have a homie named Johnny Ramone. He passed away a couple of years ago. But this dude had the funniest, Doug, whenever he thought you were full of shit, or he fucking, so say it's me, it's you, and it's our third homie, we'll call him fucking Roberto, right? So okay. Roberto's telling a story, right? And everybody knows he's full of shit, right? So what Johnny Ramone would do is he would point at him, wouldn't say shit. He'd point at him, he'd look at him, he'd look at you, and he'd go, Doug, that shit, you knew this motherfucker was like, you know how you said you won't say shit, you just look at him?
Sometimes it depends. If they're pushing the button and they're fucking with me too much, I'll tell them to fuck off and they're full of shit. But half the time I like to just sit there and look at them and just like I smell piss.
But the fucking Doug, the Johnny Ramone, just anytime you're having a conversation, Doug, you could even do that when it's a one-on-one conversation. There doesn't even have to be anybody else around. And you're fucking, it's me and El Kakui, we're talking, right? And I know El Kakui's full of shit. All I gotta do is go like this. Like,
hey, you know what's funny about that? Hey, we actually, all my homies growing up, we had a buddy named Roach, and Roach he told fish stories, bro. Like, he made shit up out of the blue. And my homie Tip Dog and shit, he's like, every time Roach fucking telling a story, he goes, Roach, do I got to get my bullshit boots? And it became a thing where when Roach started fucking bullshitting, we would just start stomping our feet. While Daniel takes a call, this is your boy El Kakui. I'm going to take this time to give a couple shout outs. Shout out Big Steve.
Okay.
Shout out Pissy Shannon. Tinkle, 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 tinkle. Shout out Latino Cavino, a.k.a. Tudmaster. I need Mad Tud, yo. Shout out Tickle Sack. Platinum and #1 in Canada. Bringing us the hit classics like Police, Navi, Job. Shout out Cavino Rich for everything they do, the content they provide. Follow them on Patreon, Free Trips Fridays,
I'll pick her up,
at Steve Cavino, at Rich Davis, at Spot Center.
There's just a couple of comment things we can check. Okay.
Shout out B. Riles. Shout out Stickman. Shout out Green Tornado or Green Machine, whatever your name is.
I'll go get it from the car. Don't worry.
Shout out Funky Monkey.
Figure it out, babe.
Shout out her sister.
All right, love you, bye.
Shout out everybody that follows and supports our show.
Exactly. Funky Monkey. You know what? Speaking of which, Doug, I thought like somebody was fucking dying because my girl called me like 37 times, and then she was like, fucking. I look at my text.
Well, after 36, were you like, fuck, I gotta pick it up?
Well, Doug, I'm at my office, so she called my cell, and then she would call my office, then she called my cell, then she called my office, and then she texted me, call me ASAP, right? And then
no Rocky.
Yeah, she said call me. Doug, she fucking texted me and she's like, call me Kendrick Lamar. So I was like, all right, Kendrick Lamar.
Call me ASAP, no Rocky.
So anyway, Doug, so fucking I'm gonna turn my fan on. I'm getting fucking hot. But yeah, so speaking of fucking Funky Monkey, Doug, I just sent her something. We have some new merch, right? And
okay.
She should be getting.
Well, fuck, is this how I get to find out?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thanks, bro. Well, good luck, kid.
I'm a bad fucking co-host. Okay, but it's nothing. It's not clothing or anything. It's like an accessory type of thing. It might be a pillow. It might be a. It might
better
be
not be a butt plug. That's all I'm saying.
It's a butt plug.
You said accessories.
Just hangs out of your butt and it swings back and forth. It says after show, but later, dog. But we have.
As Camino would say, that's later.
So we have something new. I'll tell you when we're done because I don't want to ruin the surprise for her. But we have something new. I ordered one for myself and then I sent one to her because she's like the dopest fucking supporter, you know. So we got to take care of the people that support us and definitely we'll make the announcement next week that this stuff is available. But if you follow us on social media, I'll be letting you guys know probably Tuesday or Wednesday that this is available and you guys can pick some stuff up. In the meantime, if you want an After Show But Later shirt, which you have seen myself and El Cucuy wearing in episodes, they're available on Amazon. Just search the After Show But Later, and boom, we have a pink chick shirt or dude shirt if you want to be like Gonzo. We have a blue, like turquoise type of shirt, and then we have a female t-shirt, premium shirt, so it's a good quality, and we also a black t-shirt, and then we have a male premium shirt with the logo on it. So check all that shit out on Amazon. And now back to the show, right?
Hell yeah.
What were we talking about, dog? I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about. Judge Judy and shit, huh?
And Faith Jenkins.
Yeah.
What about Humble Steve practicing humility? Have you noticed the changes? Because I have.
You know what? Before we move on to that, real quick, the hottest fucking TV judge.
Faith Jenkins.
Was she? Faith Jenkins, Doug. If she's that bad, I want to see now. Okay, let me see. Google.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like bossy Italian women, so that lady's gonna get.
Ooh, no, she is. Doug, you win. She's fucking bad.
Faith Jenkins, and she got a little hood to her. You could tell when she's doing her rulings and shit. She's like, "Sir, you're not running that on me."
Oh, she is fucking bad. Oh my god.
Shout out Faith Jenkins.
I got a fever for the flavor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fucking. You know what? Let me see if I could share. Let me share the fucking actual screen. Let me see. New. Oh no, never mind. Fuck it. Well, I'll do the screen share next week. But damn. But hey, if you're fucking listening and you want to see how fucking Faith Jenkins looks, she's a fucking light-skinned little petite black chick, and she's fucking bad. Anyway, so you win. Never mind. I had a couple that I was gonna put in the running, but now, dog, she blew both of them out of the water. So I don't even.
Two chicks or a couple?
Yeah, whatever. Dog, come on. Oh, you know what? Speaking of shit, I have a fucking I have a something. I told you this story yesterday, but I have a homie, right, that I was fucking talking to. We were talking about stocks and fucking crypto and shit, and we tend to have, coming from the hood, or just not.
Are you buying? Didn't you say you bought some Dougie Stale picks? Because lately they ain't been very fresh, bro.
Fuck, dog. They've been chilling. They've been
stale as hell.
Fuck. I haven't even logged on to Fidelity today. But because I go fuck it. I was like, I'll check later, and I just right now the market's already closed, so I don't even fucking know. But what do you call it? Yeah, fucking. We were talking about picks and shit. We were talking about crypto, and I was like, fuck, man, it gets addicting because when you grow up a little ghetto, there's fucking you tend to have like addictive tendencies, right? So I'm not like too addicted to like gambling and shit because I'm fucking poor, but I throw some fucking money at a fight here and there, or fucking I have some stocks and shit. So whatever, it's fun for me. And I was telling my homie, I was like, damn, this shit's addicting because we saw the crypto went up, the fucking Bitcoin went up to like 40 or 44 or some shit. Right. We're like, damn, that shit. All right, cool. We were all, and I was like, damn, this shit's addicting. So I told him, I was like, dog, I was like, hey, if you see me fucking. If you see me SND, right? We'll keep it PG. I was like, if you see me SND for some ETH, I was like, don't fucking just mind your business, right?
Yeah.
So then my homie said, because we were texting, and he put like unzip ... and then he immediately sent like 15 texts. Just kidding, bro.
Oh, I thought he was gonna spend 15 grand.
No, so he was like,
okay.
So he was like, just kidding, bro. LOL, haha, crying, laughing emoji, haha, just fucking around, LOL. And I know he's gonna hit me up and say I'm exaggerating, but that's how it felt to me. I started cracking up, and I was like, dog, how long have I known you? Fucking 17 years now. I was like, I don't think you're fucking gay, like. And it was kind of like, I felt like it was kind of a defense mechanism where he was kind of like joking, and then he was like, oh shit. And then what did you tell me yesterday? Hey, you could never be too careful in today's world, right?
Hey, I mean, if you're gonna be clear about one thing, that's a good thing to be clear about. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness. And then I started to fucking think about like a conversation we had like with his dad and shit and just crazy shit. But anyway, Doug, I'm trying to think of other shit that happened this week. Is there anything else you have on your notes? Because I have to go from straight brain right now.
There was a comment that got me, and it kind of and I like the listener. I've listened. He's been probably close to as long as me as far as a listener, because as far as I can remember back, I remember him calling in. But lately he's been kind of going rogue a lot, and they go Jason in Tampa, and one of them, I don't know which one of the three, but I heard, oh geez.
Probably Gavino.
How do you feel about Jason in Tampa?
You know what? 99.999% of the time, I fucking I roll my eyes when I hear, oh, we have Jason and Tampa on the phone. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna fucking, I'll be taking a shit, if you need me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not the response I was expecting.
No, what you thought I was gonna be like? Fuck yeah, Jason.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because I don't take a shit when he calls, but I think back in the day I was probably about 90-10 with a lot of his calls. I thought back in the day he made some really good points. He's a great communicator, and if you agree with this point, he gets it across clearly. I don't know, man. I think that whatever's been going on in society and the world, not that it hasn't affected everybody, because it has, and there's a lot of things that have changed and suck. I mean, it just is what it is. But he almost seems like he's starting to be one of those people that can't have that opinion without blending that into every conversation.
Are you talking about like just like making it like about race and shit, or
or political, not necessarily just race. He starts to get like it's not even that. He's starting to get like his opinion is so right that there's no room for disagreement. And I think that, you stated earlier in this show, anytime we call in or become a part of their show, which I kind of feel bad about my call, because even though I called in earlier in the week and, even though I feel like I'm right, at the end of the day, it's kind of like what you said, it's just an opinion. Mm-hmm. And so, and I think that we all have to realize that. And I don't think Jason does sometimes. I think that he calls in trying to like drive home the point, and almost like he gives the impression like we're dumb if we don't agree with his side of things or his point of view. And so
I feel like that, but I'll be honest, I've felt like that for as long as I could remember. So I don't know 15 years ago Jason in Tampa, because I wasn't listening back then. But the last like 5 years or so, I'll say definitely, I feel like he always makes it about it's racial and political. I think both of the things, I think it has to go. And like you said, if this is how I feel like he makes it like it's very fucking you don't get it because it's fucking this way and this way period. And if you don't fucking feel that way, it's like you said, like you mentioned, it's because you're fucking stupid. And that's how he feels. Like he like it like again, like it's not an opinion. He makes it like it's fucking fact, which it's
and I'll have to say this. I think that you helped me just understand something, because Covino talked about, he's trying to gain humility recently, and I can see it in Covino. I can see the change from Covino of even 5 years ago. And the one thing I've been trying to practice in the last 10 or 15 years is self-awareness. And that's trying to see how my actions or my words make other people feel. And that's why, like, when I try to take a stance on something, I have a great argument for why I believe what I believe, but I also try to understand or at least respect someone else's point of view, even if it's wrong. And I think so. The me 15 years ago, I know he's been calling since at least like 2008, 2009. So at least since then, I was more like him then, and probably more like he's appearing to me now, because I've tried to take a step back and I'm not that dude no more. So maybe that's why me and Jason in Tampa used to agree all the time, because I was really like him a lot back then. And like nowadays, I mean, even with this whole Band-Aid talk, I think people shouldn't probably go get the thing just because they're telling you to and the media is scaring you. But if that's a choice you feel like you have to make, I'm not going to give you shit for it. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's the opposite of what I'm going to do. And I don't think Jason comes off like that, dude. It's like you said, man. It's either his way or the highway, and he does make us. I don't know. I feel like he gives off that, and it's arrogance. That's also arrogance. You know, it's one thing to be intelligent and you know, educated about what you're speaking on, but it's another thing. You kind of take some of the spotlight away from that when you start to fucking talk down to the people you're speaking to. It's easier to prove your point if you're not trying to be little in the process.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think I don't know. I just feel like as long as he's been listening, or I mean, my bad, he's been listening longer than me. As long as I've been listening, I just feel like, fuck, man, like it doesn't always have to be like you said, your way or the highway. Like, fuck, mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, and I have very strong opinions on a lot of shit they talk about, but it's not like I may be fucking wrong, but like I feel like this motherfucker is like, if you're just fucking stupid if you don't feel that. And yeah, I don't know, Doug. I'm just not a fan of his phone calls, but who knows? I mean, he might be a cool dude and fucking we might be able to bullshit and have some beers together one day. I don't know. But
no, for sure I could do that. Well, I even felt like a dick because, like I said, in the beginning of the week, I called in and I felt like I kind of brought down the show at least for a moment, or there was like a negative vibe to it, and I feel responsible for shit like that. I want to call in and, you know, the party's still rolling and everyone laughing and it's a good call and we're talking shit and it's a good show. I don't want to call with some negative bullshit.
Doug, like, you should have seen all the fucking feedback during and after your call. People were like, "Oh, a COVID company? What the fuck's a COVID company?" Because you were like, "I used to work for this COVID company, right?" And then other people were like, "Oh, so he doesn't even work for it anymore?" And
no, motherfucker, I got a raise and with a better job. Here's the thing, you dumb bastards. Well, let's fucking call it for what it is. I'm gonna just tell you again, this is all an opinion, but use your fucking brain. God gave you one. That big old fucking pumpkin on your head, it ain't just for growing hair. Use that motherfucker. You had someone who worked for a company who was a customer supervisor. I was a supervisor for customer service. I heard it all. Okay? In the middle of this fucking crisis, when all this shit's going on, imagine the questions that come into customer service for a company that provides a vaccine and does rapid testing. I'm just saying. So I'm not telling you not to get the shot. I'm not, or the thing. I'm not saying any of that. But the thing is,
the Band-Aid.
Yeah, the thing at the end of the day, I worked for this company, and it's in the biggest city in America, and we did a lot. So I definitely, absolutely have more knowledge than the average person, because again, I worked for a company that administered the thing and did testing, and we did testing for like 50 different colleges, airlines, all kind of shit. I'm just not going to throw their name out there because they treated me right, and I'm not going to fucking throw them under the bus.
Yeah, no, and see, and people like Doug. That's another. Fuck. No, I'm not going to get back into it. But yeah, but it was a more one of the more controversial phone calls that you've made. But fucking, I mean, it is what it is. That's how you were feeling, and that's how you wanted to fucking That's what you were feeling. You felt like it was worthy of a call, so fucking so be it.
It's just to put that in your mind. I mean, and that's what it is. It's like, I don't know what you guys have all been told and what you heard, and it's kind of like I said on the thing. If you're listening to Fox, they're going to pitch the story one way. If you're listening to CNN, they're going to pitch it the other, and they got the same information. They're just twisting it to fit their format. And
you know what? That's another thing somebody said when you called in. They said, I could hear Fox News on in the background of his phone call.
Check it out. I work for a cannabis company here in the state of California, and we don't play fucking political bullshit. You heard rock music, if anything. They got the speakers on, and there's music pumping, but no, ain't no one playing Fox News. Yeah, sorry. But that's the thing. Again, these people like to write their own narrative because, again, I don't know if they're just insecure and they need validation in what decision they have made, or what the reasoning is. But at the end of the day, again, I worked for the company, and there was like 6 managers, and one person got it. And there was lots of talks. We had lots of internal conversations regarding our questions and regarding what was going on and what we tell people when they call in. So I'm just, again, I'm not telling you I'm fucking a doctor, but I did work with a company where I had fucking information that unless you work for a company, Carl's, you don't have. Just is what it is.
And that's the way it is, right? Fucking Doug, you know what made me laugh yesterday is so for the people that fucking aren't tapped into our phones and see our personal conversations between Al Kakui and myself, this motherfucker calls me yesterday.
Oh, you didn't know I posted them on all my social media sites?
Yeah, I don't know, Doug. I don't know if you fucking record them and you're like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker one day because I know he's gonna say some off-color shit, you know. So this motherfucker calls me, right?
You already have.
So, oh, you got those? You mean let's pull those up or what?
You meant to send them to somebody else, but I was the recipient.
Oh fuck, man. Have you been watching Dave?
No.
Oh, he started talking to, I think, Dua Lipa, this like chick.
Oh, I think I did see that one.
Did you see she fucking sent him like a picture or something, and he screenshot it, and he was gonna send it to his homie. And then he was gonna send it to his homie, and he sent it to her. And then
thought it was Doja Cat. Was he fucking with Doja Cat too?
Is that who it was? Maybe it was Doja Cat. I don't know, Doug. It was one of all these young singers and shit, Doug. They all kind of blend together for me. But
bro, you're gonna be recorded. We just talked about this moments ago.
I said young singers, dog. I didn't say like anything crazy, but I just know she's not Justin Bieber. So he had sent it to her, and then like immediately after he sent it, he realized, and he was like, "Fuck," and he was like, "Hey, that's a throwback to the first time you sent me a picture or some shit," and he like tried to cover his ass right away. But yeah, I was just like, fuck, man, that's just something that I wonder how many people have done shit like that, where they're talking shit, or a chick, they screenshot something, or I'm just wondering how many people got caught up and sent it to the person that they were talking about, or whatever,
Right.
I don't know. It sounds like shitty behavior, but if you are recording me, Al Kakui, just know it's shitty behavior.
Sorry, bro.
So this motherfucker hits me up yesterday, and I'm listening to the Covino and Rich replay, right? It's like 7 p.m. No. What time was it? It was like 6:30, huh?
Yep.
And I was doing some shit. I was still here at my office, and then fucking El Kakui calls me, and I'm like, hello? He's like, bro, where the fuck is today's episode?
I still didn't find it.
You still didn't find it?
Nah, dude, it was going like July through the 31st or some bullshit. That's where I'm fucked right now. Is I'm not being able to find an individual episode. I used to be able to. I thought I was able to still a while back get them on Patreon and still watch it again later that day. But I don't know, man. My shit's all messed up right now.
Well, if you just go on the normal podcast app, the normal Apple Podcast app.
That's what I'm on.
Okay, but it's probably showing you. It's probably showing you like recent episodes, right? Well, what you have to do is you have to scroll.
Free Twitch Friday just showed up today. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what you have to do, scroll to like the bottom.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. You have to scroll to like the bottom to where like the reviews are, and right above that it says see all episodes. That's where you click that. It'll show you everything, whether you've listened to it or not. It'll list them all in order. I think that's maybe.
I was a little butthurt.
That may be where you're doing wrong.
All right, I'll fuck with it when we get off the thing.
Yeah, but yeah, man, there's fucking. I'm trying to think of some of the shit that we had. Oh, okay. I don't know if this like has probably nothing to do with nothing, but I'm gonna fucking talk about it because if you don't like it, we can fast forward the next fucking 3 minutes, right? But so fucking, I don't know what it is. Somebody mentioned like an armadillo or something this week, and I started thinking about like animals and like insects and shit that like gross me the fuck out. Oh yeah. Because Covino was talking about something, a spider or some shit, or a snake or something.
Covino versus the streets. I saw that.
They were talking about somebody would run it over or some shit, and fuck, I forget what the actual conversation was. But anyway, I started thinking of like armadillos, dog, and I think armadillos are like the grossest fucking shit of all time. Like, if I saw one, I'd fucking just run it over with my car and not give a fuck because I think they're fucking gross. And then the same, dog, the same thing with fucking, I think fucking turtles are fucking gross too. And fucking, dog, turtles are
Tortugas?
They're fucking nasty, dog, with their little arms. That
I know a guy named Tortuga.
Oh yeah,
he also looks like a horse, so we just started calling him fucking Torso.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about Tortuga from Breaking Bad. Do you remember that?
I think so.
They Danny Trejo, they fucking chopped his head off and put it on a
fucking... yeah.
Remember? And you seen him going through the desert on the fucking... No, but...
What about sea turtles, bro? Like in Hawaii, you don't like fucking turtles?
Dog, okay. I don't mind the head, even though it's kind of fucking weird. I don't mind the shell. What fucking grosses me out is like the fucking like arms with the little picos on it and shit. The
little pokies.
Those little pokies fucking dog, that grosses me the fuck out. Like honestly, like even if I see like you'll see like fucking pictures from like the fucking Holocaust or some shit, right? And it has people like in all these like bumps and shit like on their body. Yeah. Dog, just talking about it right now, I want to fucking like it gives me some fucking weird feeling like where I get the chills and shit.
Damn,
like,
I heard your voice crack right now, bro.
I'm serious, dog. It's something. There's something fucking mental, and like even dog, like even if like have you seen people get that shit that like suction cup shit on their back?
Oh yeah,
leaves them all spotted, dog. I see that, and it looks like a disease to me, to where I can't even look at it. Like I'll have friends that will post like pictures and shit, like, "Hey, just got my suction cup therapy," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, scroll past this shit," because it fucking grosses me out, like all shit like that.
Well, at least fucking, hey, bro, I don't know where it was, but at least fucking some parts of the fucking country you can eat turtle.
Yeah, see, and if you want to fucking eat it, then cool. And dog, like. I think frogs are in that same category for me, dog. Like,
you ever had frog legs?
I have one time.
They're fucking gross. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, I didn't fucking like them, but I've had them one time. But yeah, but see, I there's certain you know the other thing, the last animal or whatever the fuck I'm gonna put in that category.
Gator.
Fuck! I wish I would have had my folder because I actually drew one for my one of my coworkers. So no, not fucking. I don't mind those fucking octopus. Yeah. I think those are gross as fuck, dog. Like the head's cool, the tentacles are cool, but
what about shrimp, bro? Those motherfuckers are kind of weird looking too.
I don't mind a shrimp. A shrimp's cool, but dog, a fucking the little dog, it's grossing me out just fucking talking about it.
Even with the legs on it and shit,
dog. Nah. But just the fucking dog, the little
see, your voice didn't crack. You're like, nah.
No, see, dog, the little suction cups on the tentacles, those little fucking dog, just seeing those fucking gross me the fuck out. If an octopus
was stuck to you, bro, all of them fucking suctioned on you, would you freak out?
Dog, I'd rather fucking die.
No.
Dog, that shit, like, even if I saw one in person, I'd put in a sleeper hold and shit like I was on 1998 WWF. Like, they're fucking gross, dog. And like, if an octopus looked exactly the same, had the same fucking big round head and fucking arms, that whatever. But once I see even drawing, like if I fucking draw an octopus, right. Once I draw the little suction cup little shit things, it grosses me the fuck out. So if an octopus was exactly the same without all those little circles on their tentacles, I would be cool. But just talking about them right now grosses me the fuck out. And that's some shit, dog, I need to talk to a therapist about, because it grosses me out in a way like it shouldn't. Like,
maybe Faith Jenkins can help.
Fuck yeah, dog. I don't
Daniel
know.
versus the octopus.
Fuck, dog. It's fucking oh my god, like,
hey, you know what's freaking me out right now?
Who's
the chick behind me staring at me in the background?
Oh, the chick on my computer?
Yeah, who is that?
I don't fucking know, Doug. Fucking ask my background.
Like a tennis player.
Ask my background that I downloaded from Google.
And that is not Faith Jenkins.
No, she's not. Look, Doug. Give her a little kiss.
Oh shit, a little besitos.
But yeah, Doug. Is there anything like when it comes to like animals and shit, or like growths on people's like skin? Is there anything that grosses you out like that?
Nah.
I wish, dog. I wish I was like you. I wish I had a nah.
Because because you know what? I think at one point in my life, yeah, but I had to let it go because earlier I was saying I'm trying to practice self-awareness. So like, if I fuck with it, I'll start staring and shit, and then I don't want to even make someone feel like shit for 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
The first thing I try to do if I see things like that, I try to like make eye contact and just to let them know that hey, I acknowledge you, but I'm not staring at your ass.
No, and I feel you. And if it comes to like even like somebody like say somebody did have like a third, you know, a second head coming out of their fucking head and it was a big ass lump or some shit. Right. Like I wouldn't ever want them to feel fucking weird about it. But
and I start to feel too like I don't try to get no negative energy towards it because I know that could just as easily one day be my ass. Exactly. So like I try to like say fuck that's fucked up, poor guy or poor girl or you know because you know they're going through some shit even if it's like even if it's just a growth that's not cancerous and there's no pain, it just looks fucked up and they know it. You know. Yeah. What I mean?
And see, and for the most part, when it comes to like people, it's not really like that crazy for me. But dog, something about like the fucking like those animals, it just and it's they just gross me the fuck out. Like I don't know what it is.
I don't really care for slimy animals, that's for sure.
Like what?
Just like slimy shit. Like I don't really like. I don't know. Like
a fucking, squid or a fucking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, they don't really gross me out though.
Yeah, no, dog. This shit's like fucking like, and I know 100% there's something mental there. Like I don't know if I got fucking slapped over the head by a frog when I was like a fucking baby or something, but there's something that fucked me up mentally. That is what you know what I need to do, Doug? I need to fucking go on a like ayahuasca trip and fucking like. Or do some DMT or something and go deep into my fucking feelings and shit and figure out where the fuck that is because
I wonder if that shit works. People say it does.
I think it does. Especially like if you know what I think if you trust the process.
Maybe the nipple will share some of his fucking experiences.
Are we gonna have him on?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll share some of those experiences. I don't know.
You know what? If he does have some of those experiences.
I don't know. He might. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you know what? Talk to him. If he has some of those experiences and he's open to share them, I am more than curious. So fucking ask him to come on and do an episode with us, and we'll bullshit because I am like so fucking curious when it comes to like that kind of shit. Like I know we'll call him Schmogan, right? He did DMT or some shit, and he like talked about where he saw like all of these like jesters like looking
I heard
at
that
him,
one.
Saying like fuck you and flipping him off and shit. And you know, I feel like I guess what that told him was like you need to stop like taking yourself so seriously type of thing or whatever.
Right.
But for I think like just to have an experience like that would be like fucking life changing, you know.
It would, and see, the only reason I'm kind of on the fence too is because, like even like, you know, like I told you, I try to practice self-awareness. Cavino's aware of his humility. He's trying to be humble. Sometimes I think certain individuals might need to do an extreme, and they might need to go through something like that to try to figure things out. But I don't think that's necessarily I got a homie fucking beeping in, bro. We should put him on the phone.
Were you able to hear him?
Yeah, let's check it out. You want to try it out?
Fuck it. Well
after show but later experiment.
All right, let's go ahead and get this shit done.
T-Bone, cuz. Not much. What are you doing?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? Hey, you're live. You just called into the after show but later. What's up, Tom Stone?
Our first phone call.
Nah, really?
Yeah, you're on. The first phone call. What's up?
Shit, I'm just sitting at the bar having a beer watching the Cubs game, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. How's your day going, bro?
It's all right. But got off early today, did some school shopping for the kid, and gonna go to the ball game tonight. So I figured I have a couple beers first.
Hell yeah. Daniel, can you hear him?
I can hear him. I can hear him loud and clear.
Yeah,
he's sitting at the bar watching the Cubs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on live, bro. Say what's up to everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Who is this that we're talking to?
I'm embarrassed now, man. I didn't think I'd be on that.
Nah, this is my homie T-Bone. We go back way back, dude. We used to have this little gold Colt car with purple tinted windows, dude. And we used to roll through the streets of Fresno smoking weed at all hours of the night, not giving a fuck.
T-Bone.
We
Oh,
used to smash on that little Mitsubishi, dude.
Hey, speaking of, he's a perfect guy to ask the question. Hey, T-Bone, we just were talking about DMT and Daniel. What else?
DMT,
Daniel Wells.
ayahuasca.
Press me on that one.
No. We were talking about DMT and ayahuasca. Is that something you ever try, or would you consider something like that, or no? Are you down for that?
What is it?
That's the DMT and it's ayahuasca. I guess
It's
the ayahuasca is like
dimethyltryptamine or some shit. I forget is the actual shit.
What's that?
it's like some tea. You take some. It's like there's like some chemical compound in this tea, and you go into the forest, and they say like you find out about aliens and Jesus, and like or you go deep within your own soul and figure out life.
Man, I think I'd have to say ignorance is bliss, man. I don't want to know if I want to go that deep.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm curious, but I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Hey, Cuckoo.
Maybe when I was younger. Now I'm older. I'm like, I might pass on that one.
Oh shit.
So, wait, hold on. Let me turn this shit off real quick.
What is it? Like is it like street, or do they sell it over the counter and shit?
No, I think the ayahuasca. I think you have to go to like deep in the jungles of Mexico or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all that shit's illegal. Like ayahuasca, I think the appropriate way. Can he hear me or no?
Can you hear Daniel T-Bone?
No, I can't hear Daniel.
Okay,
but what's going on, bro?
Well, just hey, what's up, man?
Hey, T-Bone, can I call you back in about 10 minutes? I'll call you back, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
All right,
look out.
Thanks.
Hey, Cuckoo, can you see that fucking what I did right there?
Yeah.
We have T-Bone on the fucking phone.
Oh shit, that's dope.
So we have him on the phone call for next time. But
hell yeah. Fucking T-Bones.
Oh yeah, let me stop this share real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, fucking that was cool though. No, he sounds like somebody cool that would be fucking cool to have on the show.
Yeah, he's cool too. He is hella cool.
No, that's a homie. What do you call it?
He's a couple years older than me, so he had the car. So while I was doing my thizzle out there running the streets and shit, T-Bone, he would drive. I just pump gas and fucking buy food whenever we go to fucking Burger King. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
He was cool. Yeah, he was cool.
That's dope, man. But yeah, no, it's definitely something that that I'm curious about. I'm open to, but I'm not sure if or when I would do it, just because I don't know. I always have that, and I don't know if they did this to us when we were kids, but you always hear about those people that like, dropped acid one time and they never came back. They stayed fucking nuts.
I know a dude like that. Well, he's no longer with us, but yeah, I knew a dude that happened to. No bullshit. There was a few of them, and they were. I'm not gonna name any names, but there was a few of them, and he had a Volkswagen bus, and I know that they went out to this lake out here by where I live, and they all did it. And one of them weirded out and went to the payphone and called the law and said that the rest of them kidnapped him or some bullshit like that. And the fucking law showed up, and obviously they figured out he was full of shit and what really happened. But one of those dudes never came back.
You know what?
It traumatized him so bad.
I know somebody, and I'll tell you after the episode, because I don't want to put nobody on blast, but I know somebody as well that happened to, and what happened with them is kind of fucked up, because the story, at least that they've told me, is that when they were like 19 or something, 19 or 20, they were smoking weed because they always smoked, right? Well, right. Supposedly some of the people they were kicking it with like fucking laced it with something, and
KJ or Sherm or something?
And he something to where he fucking like lost his mind, and they were like all laughing and shit, and let me see, that was 19. He's 38 now, so 19 or 20, so fucking maybe 8 to 10 years he's been like off his rocker, and dog, it's fucking sad, so that's the only thing that scares the fuck out of me. And I think especially like when you
that's
have
why
kids,
I wouldn't do it.
When you think about like you have kids and shit, you start thinking about how fucked up would that be to lose your fucking mind and leave,
and then
leave
you fail as a parent.
Exactly.
That's it's like for me,
the thing that
luckily for me though, like anything I ever did, like party like wild, was once my kid's mom was pregnant, I think I was 19 and she was born at 20. I never did no stupid shit like that ever after the age of 19, because there was a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
And even the story you just told, I did that like 2 or 3 times as a kid, and that thing's no joke. So if it just hits you by surprise and you didn't know it was coming, I could see why it could mess someone up like that for life. And it's just not worth it, dude. Now that we're older, you know, and I'm like Covino, I get anxiety from time to time, bro. So the last thing I want to do, I might get an anxiety attack just being in the middle of the jungle at night, let alone drinking their fucking tea for 2 days.
Yeah, no, I feel you completely. And
I'm good.
Fuck, let me see. Did I
looking like Indiana Jones and shit in the middle of a movie scene? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm with all that shit.
Yeah, no, Doug. Like, see, that's one of the only things that like makes me feel like a little questionable is like, shit, you know, because now you're getting a little bit older. The general you, meaning us, and you know, you got to start to not only think about yourself when you're a kid. And you know, I didn't fucking do anything. Oh, fucking Luis just texted me because I told him I was like I texted him before we got started, and I was like, I think I talked to El Kukui like physically, like on the phone or in the podcast and shit. I was like more than I talk to most people because like we will like physically call each other and shit, and then we have this that we do for a couple hours every week or whatever, you know. And Luis just texted me. He's like, dude, that's fucking crazy. And I was like, yeah, like it's crazy because I told him this is a dude that I met throughout the show, and now you've become a fucking homie that I talk to more than people I grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me see if this is. I want to see if this is it real quick. Hold on. That's not it. I was looking for something that Covino sent me, but I can't pull it up right away. Anyway, fucking whatever. I'm just gonna say Covino redeemed himself because I don't know if I talked about it last episode, but a couple episodes ago I talked about it always annoys me when Covino says, "Where is my childhood?"
Oh yeah.
And Covino fucking. I guess Covino fucking listened to that episode because he sent me a little voice message. And all he said in it was, "Have you seen my childhood?" And that was all he said in it. Like, and I was like, that shit was fucking funny. So that I was gonna share that, but I can't find it.
Shout out Covino.
But man, you know what? We've been going for a minute now. Do you want to you have any parting words before we fucking bounce for today?
Well, one thing I do want to cover real quick that I took a lot of pride in, as a girl dad, you know what I'm saying, was I seen the Behind the Velvet Rope with the artwork. Did you see that?
I haven't watched it. I actually
that was pretty awesome, dude.
Last night I probably crashed like around 10 o'clock or before that. I was out fucking hella early. I was up this morning at like 5 o'clock, like fucking let's get this day started, you know. So I fucking started going all crazy, and I saw that it had been posted. I'm not sure if he did it in the early evening or what, but I haven't watched it, but it did look like something cool, especially after he talked about it on the free Twitch Friday, where he mentioned that the behind the Velvet Rope thing was kind of cool. So I'm definitely going to check it out. I almost watched it on the way over here to record.
I watched it on the drive home yesterday.
You did? Yeah. See, I almost did that, but I was like, no, I actually want to watch because from what I understand, Melody actually goes through and like teaches him some shit to draw or whatever.
Yeah, well, they draw together. It was a great bonding moment, and you know,
that's cool.
Was an awesome dad,
Doug,
and that's a side of Covino that you know that without Behind the Velvet Rope, you're probably not going to get to see. But that is part of the person who he is. You know what I mean? It's a great moment, you know, and the fact that he shared that with the listeners, that's awesome.
Yeah, Doug, that's something that I've always, I don't know if you even know, but something that I've always been into is like fucking drawing and shit. And like, look at this shit. I fucking wrote, I got a gang of these fucking composition fucking books. Oh, this one. Okay. You see this, right? So I got a gang of these. Like, this one's my one for work. I have one for after show notes. I have one like, and so this is one of them where I'll just show you or I guess we could see where I fucking drew on it and I wrote DZF baby. And it looks pretty fucking dope if you actually like look at it. I'm not sure how it came through on the camera, but it looks pretty fucking cool. And that's some shit that I think would be fucking awesome, especially like for my kid. She fucking loves to draw. She loves to color, all that shit, to where she's 5 years old, and she said when she gets older she's gonna be an artist, right? So we get her like all this shit where she fucking gets to paint and shit. And
Right.
that's one thing. Like what I'm actually doing is I have an old guitar that I'm restoring, and
Right.
me and her are actually like coloring it and shit, like, and then I'm gonna put some like shit over it to like keep it like set. But I think that's fucking awesome, as like you said, as a girl dad, as a parent in general, to
Right.
do that shit with your kid. I think it's fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah, you know what's crazy, and for me, when it comes to art, no violence, bad guy. I ain't worth dick. You know what I mean? When it comes to art, I just can't. I've never. Shit, I couldn't stay between the lines coloring. You know, I've never been able to draw. That's just not.
You know what, Doug? And I don't know if it's more just my personality in general, but I've always been like fucking stoked about like drawing and fucking like even like dancing, because like my dog, when growing up, my brother was like a fucking, he would like pop and lock and shit and break dance, and he gets down, dog. And a lot of my cousins, I have a lot of cousins that
Yeah, I never did that too either. I thought that shit was dope, but I never
and
did
Doug,
it.
see, I have a lot of cousins that live in LA that were fucking dope as fuck. One of them actually passed away.
Oh shit,
There are these two brothers that I have, or these cousins,
brother.
Joey and Nelson. Nelson actually ended up dying,
Ooh.
but and he actually, Nelson is the one that showed me how to glide. You know how when you see like Michael Jackson gliding to the side
Yeah.
or some shit, and he was the one who taught me at my grandma's house when I was like 8 years old. He was like, you fucking start with like a little box. He showed me how to like lift your leg and fucking pull it, and then this one, like, dog, everything step by step. He fucking got down, and that's something that's always been in my like wheelhouse, is like anything like artsy, like drawing, music, fucking, like, I play the guitar a little bit, I play a little bit of piano. I want to pick up the drums, but I'm fucking haven't really. But it's just, I just feel like overall, I just feel like, honestly, I feel like that's one of the reasons why I relate to Covino a lot more. And not only because of like our upbringing and how I told you like my parents were like really conservative and shit,
Right.
but when
Mine
it
were
comes
too.
to like that shit with like music and fucking like, I feel like Covino's like that aside from the dancing, you know? But I
Right.
feel
Right.
like when it comes to, I feel like he's a very artsy person, you know? Like with his impressions, that's something that I can't do to save my life. With his little accents and impressions and shit, he's fucking dope with that. And
Oh
I think
yeah.
that comes from that personality, that artsy personality that I think Melody inherited from him, you know?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Cavino because he's got a birthday coming up. We're both Leos. I got a birthday coming up about, a week and a half after his. But yeah, happy birthday, Steve Cavino. And you
Oh, so
know,
his birthday's on Monday.
yeah, Cavino,
Happy birthday, happy
Cavino.
happy birthday, Covino. If we don't do another episode before then, we got to tell you a very happy birthday. And fucking, man, can't believe fucking already how time's flying, man. Like, I just can't believe it that, when I started listening to the show, Melody was, Covino would do his Melody voice, right? Where he'd be like, Dad, and he would like
Mm-hmm.
barely say a couple of words, because at the time she was like, what was she like? Maybe, if I've been listening almost 10 years and she's 11, she was probably like 2 or almost 2, right?
Right.
Um, so it's crazy to see that time pass. And I think birthdays is one of those times that just kind of reminds us, of like, fuck, another birthday, another fucking, another year's passed. And it's just crazy, man. So I'm hoping Covino has a good fucking birthday weekend. And if Covino, if you're listening to this, we fucking appreciate everything you do for not only the show, because you give us way much love on your show, but what you do for all the fans, for what you do for people that listen on a daily, and you get them through shit that you don't even know you're getting them through. So that's fucking
For
awesome.
sure.
So
Well,
not.
even with his, he reads all the feedback, and he said the other day he takes pride in the feedback and listening to the, and watching the comments and all of that stuff. He's not just showing up giving you a show. He is obsessed with the content and the product he's delivering, and not a lot of people care to that extent.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. But yeah, hope he has a good weekend. Gets to spend it, and if I'm not mistaken, it's his last weekend with Melody before she goes back to school. So that it's that time of year for a lot of parents. So to all the parents out there with your kids going back to school, fucking, I took Monday off because I went to my daughter's kindergarten first day of class, you know, so I got to take her. So dog, it
awesome, huh?
It begins for me, yeah, because she's been in preschool and daycare and all that shit, you know, really since she was like
but kindergarten is one of the best feelings in the world, dude.
It's a big deal, Doug. Like we were walking and she was like, "There's recess," because she saw the playground, you know, and like, you know, she's old enough to like now we drop it, Doug. Like by day 2, my girl was just dropping her at the gate, and she was finding her classroom and finding her friends and shit. And I don't know if I told you, but I might have told you. But she the other day I was like, Kennedy, I was like, hey, I was like, how'd your day go? She was like, good. And she was telling me about her friend. She said she made a friend named Violet, and she showed her how to do the backpack dance. So
oh shit,
you know that little backpack kid dance shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I get down with that shit. So I showed her how to do it like when she was like 2, and she fucking gets down with it. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think another fucking great episode for us, dog. We have about a little more than an hour and a half here, aside from we'll I guess see everybody in episode 86. Do you have any parting words, Okakui?
I don't. Thanks for everyone who supports us and listens to our bullshit. Hope
yeah,
that
and if you're watching this and you're not listening, but you're watching this, down there, right there at the little, where's it at? The little scroll bar, where you know you can text us or you can leave us a voice message at 928-235-5285, or hit us up on AfterShowBL across any social media. And we'll get back to you guys. We'll fucking maybe play your funny phone call on the air. You know, you might have a T-Bone moment where you're actually get to hear yourself on the show. Let us know. I told Crystal Bray. Well, actually, we both did. You know, we're gonna have to get her on an episode, and she's a little hesitant, but we got to get the homies on here. So, episode number 85. We're good. Alkakui, you want to bring in Baseline Trey so we get this shit fucking headed out?
Bring that shit in, Baseline Trey.
Baseline Trey till episode 86.
757.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.